Alright folks, this is a short review of the Panzerkampfwagen M4A2. It's essentially an M4A2 captured by the Germans. Battle rating 4.3. It's got a 75mm M3 main gun, 2 machine guns. It's essentially got the stats of an M4A2. So, depending on the matchup that you get, this tank can be pretty beastly. Okay, so here's the armor scheme. Standard M4A2 armor. The upper plate is 80-something millimeters effective thickness. The transmission casing, the upper part of it is in the 70s. There's this thick strip of armor right at the very front of the tank that you don't want to shoot. There's also the machine gun port, 65 millimeters effective thickness or so. The turret front has relatively thick armor. It's in the 90s. You probably don't want to shoot it if you have a choice. Probably better off shooting the hull. Definitely don't want to shoot the mantlet. It's even more armor. Yeah. As far as X-ray view, transmission is mounted in the front. There are ammo racks on the side of the hull, where the American forces have welded extra plates onto there. And on the left side of the tank again, there's a big ammo rack that's got extra armor welded over it. There's also some ammo scattered throughout the bottom and interior of the hull. Nothing in the turret. Now, as far as the extra welded armor, it's not really that thick. It only adds, I think, about 26 millimeters. So for the walk around, here's gameplay playing on the Ash River map. Relatively small map that favors maneuvering. Now the armor of the M4, if you're playing against similarly tiered opponents, it's actually pretty good. What you want to do is take advantage of the good gun depression. 10 degrees of gun depression to go hull down as much as possible, because your turret is actually much stronger than your hull armor. Now, playing it as an M4, one should be at or near the front lines. Have to be aggressive. You just can't hang back and snipe, because this gun just isn't up to snuff as far as long-range sniping. Now I get to take on my opposite number. American M4. So that was kill number 1. Set an M4A1 on fire there. Another M4 pops up. I set him on fire. Set him M4A1 again, and I shoot him through his hull armor. That's a kill number 2. And that other Sherman that I set on fire, he burned up. So I'm up to 3 kills at this point. Push forward carefully. Sure enough, there is somebody down there. Now, in this position, even with the 10 degrees of gun depression, I cannot get the gun to train here without cresting that little hill. Okay, so the way is clear to capture this point. So to get in there, stay alive. Now there's this Cromwell. Managed to get behind our lines. So friendly has noticed Cromwell back there, so he's moving to engage. Meanwhile, just trying to stay alive under the artillery barrage. Captured the point. Keep defending against that Cromwell, and now there's a AAA that shows up. Really can't do much of anything against my armor. He's gone. Some AI. Take out the AI. Yeah, this particular matchup was really, really good for the M4. Since this is BR 4.3, conceivably I could have drawn enemies with Soviet 85mm, and that would have been problematic. Luckily, the matchmaking for this tank appears to be pretty good. It's rather rare to get matched up with BR 5.3 vehicles. Okay. We have to push forward. There are still enemies alive. They're offering at least some resistance, so can't just plow ahead. I need to find a place where I can climb up here. Now, as with other M4s, this tank is a jack of all trades. It's not particularly good at any one thing, but it is good enough to get the job done, and it does have a lot of versatility, flexibility, So you can take on a lot of jobs on the battlefield. And I think this ends up being the main strength of this tank, is its flexibility. I'm not sure what I was shooting at right there. Just spraying that area with machine gun fire. Meanwhile, I notice must be some enemy coming up behind me. Turn the vehicle around, and yes, there's Valentine right there. Angle the hull, bounce a shot. Shoot him again. One thing that's really great about the Sherman M4A2 is that the reload is really, really good. So, waiting for friendly to move up, and unfortunately for the friendly, he poked out a little too much and he got shot. To avenge this guy, set him on fire, set him on fire again. What an awkward vehicle layout. This enemy TD. Okay, so kill. To wait out the artillery barrage before pressing ahead. Pretty much got this game in hand. So now that that artillery is over with, move up again. Little by little. Looks clear. Now at this point I'm always at least a little suspicious that there's going to be an enemy camping the sniping spot in the rocks. So let's be careful here, and sure enough there is an enemy up there. Takes out friendly before I can get in position to return fire. Put in a damaging shot on this guy. His turret crew is knocked out, and take him out. That's kill number 5 or 6? No, number 6. 5? No, number 5, I think. Okay, so Churchill gun carrier. Can't shoot the superstructure without, well, I can't penetrate the superstructure, so I'm taking the shooting this lower hull here is at a favorable angle. So we'll end up with another kill. So all in all, pretty good game. With the right matchmaking, Shermans can do really well. Of course, the downside is that with bad matchmaking, you can have a really hard time. Now, this tank, I don't think it's available for sale anymore. I bought it originally when the game, I think, was still in beta. I just thought it would be interesting to drive a Sherman, because at that point, of course, there were no American tanks to be had, so I just bought it for the novelty. And I've been happy with the purchase. It's been a really fun tank to play, actually. It makes good money. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.